might do. Hook you up with a bad bitch that'll slice you. Gourmet chef that'll poison spice you. Gotta play dirty cause these boys will ice you. Yeah, I listen to niggas CDs, get my smirk on, then tell myself it's nothing I gotta work on. Keep my name up in the chapters, put my jersey up in the rafters, cause nothing is after. I got all these niggas discussing the master, but I'm just chillin' though, puffin' the master.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving into a strain that you lot already know a lot about, but I wanted to come back and give it the proper flowers it deserves. Aurora Sourdough sitting at 29% THC. Now I reviewed this one last year when it first came out, when everyone was hyped about it, or when it came back out. And the crazy thing is it's still holding strong. See, with medical cannabis, one of the biggest complaints I hear from patients is inconsistency. You find a strain, you find a strain you vibe with, and then the next batch is either weaker, drier, or just not the same at all. But Aurora, I've got to give them real credit. Apart from Cosmic Cream, which you can check out in another one of my reviews, Sourdough and Farm Gas have been two of the most consistent strains I've seen from them. And that to me says a lot about quality control and how they're actually listening to patients who depend on this medicine. And more to the point, Sourdough and Farm Gas have been two of the most consistent strains that I've seen on the medical cannabis scene, period, out of all of the different breeders. Now let's talk about flavor and experience. First thing you notice when you crack open a tub is big, fat, chunky buds, and that hasn't changed in over a year. Properly put together, really well cured, and still smelling strong. None of that muted flat scent that you sometimes get after sitting on the shelf. And then when you break it down and light it up, that gassy sourness hits straight away. That's the sourdough lineage coming through strong. But then right at the end you get that softer, sweeter note from the wedding cake side. It's very subtle, but the taste is very nice. You can smell it in the air. At times it balances out beautifully, so you're not just blasted with gas all day long. You've got that creamy or berryish finish too. Now let's talk about effects. For me, this one is versatile, it's strong, don't get me wrong. 29% is not to be taken lightly, especially if you're new. But it's not a strain that puts you straight into the couch or makes you useless for the rest of the day. You get this nice heavy body relaxation, but there's still a little mental uplift there. The balance is what makes it stand out compared to a lot of strains that just go one way or the other. Sometimes I've noticed it has a berryish taste, other times it's just cakey, obviously from the wedding cake. And that can happen often when the terpenes mix. Now I know the price point always comes up, so obviously the channel's name is For the Buck, so let's be real, is it for the buck? For £85 for a 10 gram tub, which works out to £8.50 a gram. That's not cheap by any means, especially in today's market with all these different flavors arriving. But in this case, I'd still say it's worth it. Why? Because you're paying for consistency. You know what you're getting every single time. You're not gambling on whether the next batch is going to be mids or fire. It's just reliably good. And when you're relying on this as medicine, like I am, that consistency is actually priceless. So yeah, overall, Aurora Sourdough gets a solid thumbs up from me again. Big nugs, great cure, flavour that smacks you with gas but leaves you with that cake sweetness, occasional berryish tones, effects that are powerful yet balanced, and most importantly, consistency across the board. Out of all the strains I've had in the last year, this is one of the very few I can say still holds up just as good as day one. And Aurora deserves credit for that. If you've tried sourdough yourself, which lots of people have, let me know what your experience was in the comments below, because I always love hearing whether it hits you the same way it hits me. And if you haven't yet, this is definitely one to keep on your radar. So that's it, guys. I hope you like this review. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, stay lifted. Peace.